Good morning. I'm just about to go in for my second scan of this cycle. Got really mixed feelings at the moment. I want to go in and tell them to tell me that there's a whole bunch of sort of medium-sized follicles that we need to wait for, but I also just really need this cycle to be over. It's not been good for me or for the baby. It's been worse than I expected, actually. I thought that we'd be able to manage it with, breastfeeding and everything, but it's been a disaster basically. And my biggest concern is that there's only 3 follicles probably. I guess I'll find out for sure today, but with only 3 eggs, maybe less, it's there's a pretty high chance that this cycle will not produce any embryos. So it feels like a lot to have gone through for nothing. But we've always said that we have to make the decision that's in front of us and not any further ahead. So I'm not thinking about next cycle yet. I'm just thinking about the scan today. And we've always said that we'll be hopeful until we get the bad news. So right now, just being hopeful. This is me being hopeful. Yeah, I don't think I'm doing a great job. Lucky Jon's very positive and hopeful, because I am less so. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. We'll give you an update afterwards. Just waiting for my sonographer to come. I'm in the position. We're ready to go. It's always weird when you've got your tushy pointed out to the wall. Well, I find it amusing anyway. Just waiting for someone to come in and examine me. Anyway. Hi.
Hi. So I'm none the wiser to what the heck is going on. So
I don't know what's going on. So I just had my scan in the city, came back. There's 3 follicles that look really good.
Mm-hmm.
They're like 18.
Oh.
Like they're good.
Yeah.
There's 2 teeny tiny ones that were there all along. I just don't respond to medication. That's all it is. Like they're all there. I think I'd be really good at ovulating.
You'd think after 16 times you'd actually realise that.
But I think I'd be really good at ovulating naturally. Like if I was with a different man. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's not a competition. And
I kind of get the feeling. No.
Well, you can always
it's
speculate.
good. I tell you what though, like 3 really
look good.
And they seem to be.
There's one that I saw
really nicely.
that had a bit of septation in the corner.
In your
medical
opinion.
Well, it's just that the previous sonographers would always say, "Oh, that's no good," but the nurses who do
But
it
even
now,
then, even the sonographers, they don't know.
Nobody
because
knows.
they go in with a needle and they suck out whatever they suck out, and then they get a call.
In those first 7 cycles, we always had like 3 good follicles and then the tiny ones. So even when we retrieved 5 eggs, we'd only have 3 mature. So it's just like that. Here's the worst bit. Here's the worst bit.
All right, there's the worst bit.
We're not triggering tonight.
No.
We're going to trigger on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So more of this.
All right.
Yeah, well, today was quite a day.
What
It's funny. Like, I would have considered us to be like IVF, like veterans. Like we should know what we're doing. Yeah. It just shows how today was messy. And it just shows it doesn't actually make a difference messy. How much you've done it before. It's still just, It's really hard. It's really hard. I've had a bit of a cry today. Is that one got 300 in it still or no?
No.
Okay, I'll get a new one. Okay, so basically, as we already showed,
Stop crying.
I didn't cry that much.
No, I know. It's hard,
I am getting tougher.
It's hard to watch.
So I had my scan this morning, as you know, and I still only have the 3 follicles, the 2 tiny ones. We get a call from the nurse this afternoon with the results of my blood test. And should I just get that out? Super noisy.
You're right, you just chat. So you don't need to get into that.
I can edit this one out. It's very noisy. Okay. Got it. Okay. Very hormonal. Okay. So I got a call because, and basically the nurse goes, oh, the doctor says we should just cancel this cycle. And I'm like, and I'm not against cancelling cycles. Because, well, particularly in our case, like,
for our particular situation,
I just don't produce eggs. And so,
make sense.
Since we've done this, the injecting already, it just doesn't make sense to cancel it for us. And I get what the doctor's saying. The doctor wants to get the best outcome. She wants us to get bang for our buck, like financially. But we've just been, like, this cycle has been really hard with all the breastfeeding issues and all of that. And I'm just like, but we're going into the retrieval. Go, pull it. We're going into the retrieval. Potentially we'll get 0 eggs. We might get 3 if we're lucky. The chances of them all being mature, and then the chances of them all fertilizing and becoming embryos is small again. Yeah, it's fun. It's great. So I get why she was saying to cancel it. It doesn't have huge chance of success, this cycle. But we're of the mind that, okay, we've already done the medications, we've injected for 2 weeks, we've spent the time, we may as well just finish the job. Also, I have to get my endometrial scratch done, and I hated that, doing that awake. So I'm like, I would rather do that asleep while having the egg retrieval.
On offer while you're awake.
Yeah, and I'm sure other people can handle it, but I didn't enjoy it. I'm like, I'd rather get some eggs out of that if we get any, but we are running the risk that there might be nothing there.
Yeah.
So that was, and then John and I we've spent the whole day just looking at every scenario.
All the different scenarios, yeah.
What's our outcome? What's our goal? We've looked at it a million different ways. So it's been like emotionally taxing.
It's the same outcome and goal, by the way.
What, I have a baby.
But yeah, just the many roads that.
So because my luteinizing hormone is too high, that's what my blood showed, there's a risk that I might ovulate before we even get to egg retrieval, which is what my doctor's concerned about. So she's getting me to take the one that stops you from ovulating tonight as well as in the morning. So I'm...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that part. Yep.
I did mention it several times, but yes, I'm taking one tonight.
Probably mentioned it in her head.
There's a lot going on in my head.
Yes, there is.
So I'm taking that tonight so I don't ovulate. But I was sitting there before and I'm like...
3 injections, how are you going to...
But I was like, I felt like I was sitting there on the couch before going, I feel like I'm ovulating right now. I'm ovulating. Oh.
I need a paper bag for her.
Alright. But here's the thing, like we're joking about it now. This is brutal, and we've had a terrible day, including John having to run to the chemist at the end of the night to get meds. And it just reminded me that
I drove.
You drove. It just reminded me that even when we feel like we're veterans at this, it's a freaking awful process. It doesn't matter whether you think you know what the outcome's going to be or if you don't. It's awful. And that's everything that I had to say about that. Are you gone? You're leaving me?
You didn't get a syringe.
I didn't want a syringe. I didn't want to do it. So yeah, it's pretty brutal. And I think what we've decided to do is go in and scan again tomorrow, do bloods again tomorrow. Yeah. Hope that I haven't ovulated. Maybe still try and do an egg retrieval this week and an endometrial scratch.
And then we've got a whole host of other decisions to make.
And that was the thing that we realized, because we were talking about this, that what you start to do is you start to make further decisions. We're like, well, if we do the egg retrieval, we get 3 eggs, then will we fertilize or will we freeze them? What if we get 1 egg? And it's just like, you can only make the decision that's just in front of you with a little bit of a view on the future, but you can't be thinking about every single, because you know what it's like? It's like, you know, those choose your own adventure books.
Yeah.
It's like trying to do all the different adventures in the one reading. You have to let go of some of them in order to make the decision that's in front of you. Whoa. Okay, I have to take double that medication tonight, and there's a lot in there. Fuck, this is gonna hurt. Okay.
It's all about mindset. She just gets herself all prepared.
Hang on.
She gets herself all prepared, going, this is gonna fucking hurt.
Do you know that I'm actually inspirational?
Aspirational.
I'm an aspirational. No, this is yeah. So basically, yeah. I think the thing we decided is it's been too challenging for the baby and for me, and because. Yeah.
We had grand designs of maybe using the sperm up that we had, but at the end of the day, it's yeah.
Tom's not so attached to using the sperm.
I'm not that attached to it. It's microtesi sperm.
He thinks I'm more concerned of getting to the other end and not having the embryos we need. But you're more concerned with the issues that it's causing now, and
we were talking about this earlier on with the different mindsets and why we were having that.
Yeah,
we've still got the same outcome, but why we were having difficulty understanding where each other's position was.
Because in our book we've got this thing about the 7 mindsets of infertility and how hard it is to have a conversation with someone who's in a different mindset to you.
Yeah.
And why we were struggling today is because we were both in different mindsets.
And it wasn't until we actually realised it, so we could actually align and then look at it together.
You're thinking that we've got enough embryos.
So Laura's worried that we don't
concerned.
have enough embryos, where I'm like, fuck, we have
plenty
for...
Chop it off your head, mate.
Yeah, I am, I'm tall.
Yes, but there you go. Look at you. Well in the shot. Yeah. So we were in a different mindset, which is why it was hard to communicate.
Which was why it was hard and we couldn't actually make any progress.
That's why we put that in our book, because at some point you have to go, okay, why are we disagreeing? And it's because you're in this mindset, you believe this is going to happen, and I believe this is going to happen. And that's why we're finding it hard to communicate.
And she was just wrong.
Look, I'm often wrong. Actually, I have been right the whole way along.
Yeah.
And you always want me to take the easy road, which is very nice of you. You don't want me to be in pain, right? So you're always like, what's the easiest way to get the goal? And I'm like, no, I want to make sure that your sperm gets across the line.
Like, let go, mate. You can't hang on to here.
Like I said, I think...
And move this way.
I think I don't know. It's all like predicting. The end result of today is, this is hard for us. You might think that the first time you do IVF or where you're at right now is hard for you. It is. It's still hard for us even after 16 cycles. We still have no idea what we're doing.
And she gets
the
to
doctors,
have these tonight.
I get to have all of that juicy goodness just put into me. We don't know what we're doing. The doctors know what they're doing, but they have no idea what the outcome will be.
Close your eyes. I'm going to just do a random one so you don't know.
Just put in my knee.
So you don't know.
No, I'm doing it tonight because I just can't deal. No,
you do this. No.
I'm doing it tonight. No, I'm doing it. Fuck you. Oh.
I'll grab it for you.
Which one do I start with? Fuck, they all look terrifying.
No, this one.
This one, yeah, this one looks
Yeah, let me get it.
No, I'm doing it. I want to do it.
No.
I'm doing it. You can do the Garona. That one. Please give it to me. This one's terrifying. It's got so much fluid in it. It's like a trigger shot. You're not helping me. Get out of my elbow space. Johan!
Yeah.
No, get away from me. This is going to cover up my tummy a little bit. It's got bruises all over it. Don't touch me tenderly. I will stab you. This guy's been arguing with me all day.
Have
Oh, this is going to take 45 minutes.
enough?
Have I got enough phone storage for this video that's going to go for 45 minutes? Oh. Okay, I need a rest. Okay.
Did you get this off your portal? Hey.
We were supposed to increase the amount of meds 2 nights ago, but the message didn't quite get through from the nurses. And I didn't check my portal, which is my responsibility, but no one indicated that anything was changing. So I just continued on and didn't check it. And I should have checked it. Oh, I need another rest.
Oh.
Don't touch me. That's how you make babies. Don't touch me. There's a lot in this needle.
This is frustrating. So it was 450, right?
Why are we doing this? God.
This is your idea.
I believe it was yours when you decided to get
I'm doing
testicular cancer.
Realistic
No, please just wait.
and realistic.
How do we pronounce that one? I don't know. Oh, that is like full of liquid. Ooh, where's the lid?
I don't know.
No. Okay, hang on. There's a spot
Let's
there.
go straight in.
Just. There's a lot of liquid going in tonight. Oh man, but today's been, it's nice to kind of laugh a bit. Today's been really, really brutal. You saved the day you went to the pharmacy and got more meds?
Yeah. Yes.
I don't want any more. Okay.
Do you want me to do
Yep, that one in here.
it? And here.
You need to hold the skin. Ow! John, why did you hold the skin? Ah!
There.
Why didn't you pinch it? Let go, please. Let go, please.
There it is.
Let go, please. Why didn't you pinch the
There it
skin?
is.
Yeah, but you didn't pinch the skin.
Don't need to pinch it.
But it wasn't taut.
Don't need to pinch
Well, that hurt like a motherfucker.
it. Sorry about that. I did see that. Push it in. Push it in. Push it in.
I can't.
Yes, you can. Push it in a little.
Why?
Push the needle in a bit more.
No. It's not moving. Why didn't you pinch the skin? You teach this stuff. Why?
I'm gonna teach it.
Why did you pinch the skin?
Push the needle.
Can you? This is real life. Oh, fuck, that hurts. All right, you're gonna have to leave in a second. Oh.
Is it all?
Get away! Ow!
Is it all in?
Why did you do
I
that?
didn't know I was gonna pull it out.
Oh my god! All right, you're banned. That was terrible. You should do better than that. You're a bloody paramedic. You want to be in your ambulance. Fucking just throwing darts into people.
Yeah.
Get away! Seriously, you should pinch the skin, right?
You can pinch it or not.
Pinch the skin, people. Pinch the skin. Get away from... Oh, this is not funny. This is really hard.
Yeah.
It was a horrible day. It's particularly hard because last month I had a scan and I had a good number of follicles.
Yes.
This month, just nothing. That's why my doctor wants to cancel. She doesn't think this is a good cycle for me. And it's not. But I'm like, well, I've done it anyway.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
As long as you're not at risk of anything, happening to you. I mean, I guess you're always at risk when you have a general anesthetic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Get away. Just get away from me. There's a lot of swearing in this video. Okay, tutorial. Pinch the skin so it becomes taut. And then what? I did good. That was great. And that did not hurt as much as yours did. Now we have to put the medicine
I
in.
do have to say that the Ganarelix is like a rusty nail.
Yes, it is. All the more reason. Pinch the skin. What are all your paramedic buddies going to
I
think?
said it at 500.
If they see this video, they're going to be like, oh, John has lost his touch. Just because you're used to injecting like very sick people. Not perfectly healthy people with a bad attitude like me. Okay. Now I'm finished.
Yeah, it was plenty. Would have been plenty.
It would have been, but I'm not worried. I just had 3 injections. That's enough for one night. Thank you very much.
Where's the needle?
You used to do that all the time for him. Oh, aren't you glad you came with us for this journey? Freaking 20 minutes it's taken.
Taking you to get this done.
Well, it's been a really hard day.
It has. There's been a lot of chats, but it wasn't until, like we said before, it wasn't until we actually worked out that we were going down different roads before we could actually work out how to.
And I'm more
move.
understanding now of where his head's at, and he's more understanding where my head's at. And as the thing progresses, we'll meet each other in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing we've realised as well is you can't make the third decision along. You can only make the decision in front of you. And the only decision we have to make today was, do we cancel the cycle? We can't decide about whether we freeze all the eggs or fertilise them. We can't decide if we're doing a fresh transfer, a frozen transfer. We could test it. We can't decide any of that. We have a basic idea of what those things are going to be like, but we have to wait and see what happens with the egg retrieval, if we can even go ahead. Mm-hmm. When we check my bloods tomorrow, my luteinizing hormone might be so high up that it'll be obvious that I've ovulated, in which case there really is no point.
Yeah.
So, I still love you even though you're a bloody idiot. I didn't even use that expression. I would have used a really bad word then. Because you are a really bad word.
Mm-hmm.
I love you too, Laura. You give me nothing back.
No, you were still talking. I didn't get a chance to say anything back.
I was just telling you how much I love you, even though you're a
love
bad
you,
word.
Laura.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Today was horrible. I hate IVF.
Yeah. Let it go.
I thought, looking back in hindsight, it all feels a lot better than looking forward when you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like your memory tarnishes. Well, not tarnishes.
Bye everyone. Subscribe to our channel for more uplifting videos.